going on? Elamine Unscripted, burning down the master's house. What it do? Please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and donate. Click the links in the description box below, as well as the ones in the pinned comment. Also, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload future content. Now, let's get into what we got today. You may not recognize the woman that we have on the screen, but this is called a real black woman. A real so-called black woman. This is how their hair naturally looks. This is how a black woman's hair naturally looks compared to what we see going on today with the fuckery, if you will. So we're going to tap into some things, and we're going to talk about some people, and they're just going to have to deal with it. Now, one thing is for sure, white women know who they are. They know what they come from, and they're cool with that, whether it's on the street, whether it's upper class. White women know who they are. A lot of sisters don't know who they are, and they assimilate into white society, basically, essentially in clown disguises. For the most part, they have to get into character in order to move into some of the spaces that they move into. And white people know this. White women are well aware of who you are naturally. So when they see a so-called black woman with blonde hair, they know that this woman is out of her mind. They know that a lot of black women are in need for validation. They have low self-esteem issues. And it just psychologically, there's a lot going on there. So they're able to patronize and pretty much manipulate the mind of the black woman easily. So much so that it affects her environment and even, her children and what she begins to push them into. It's a very wicked cycle. Even if you look at this image right here, you see the sister right there, blonde hair. There it goes again. Because psychologically, these women are something else. So many white women know, and white men as well, that they own black women and black men, but definitely black women, that they're owned psychologically. The black woman wants to be in her workspaces and places. She wants her man. All of that because psychologically, many of them are lost, especially without the whole father in the home thing. And that was a part of their programming as well. Going back to with the Mamie and Kenneth Clark experiments dealing with the whole Barbie doll thing, right?
And can you show me the doll that looks bad? Okay. And can you and why does that look bad? Because it's black.
If black men truly wanted a white woman, he'd just go get one. He'd go get a real white woman. Why would he want an assimilated white woman that is psychologically lost, doesn't know herself, doesn't know her value, doesn't know the value of her melanin besides looking at it, but doesn't know the power of it? Onika Mirage, or who you know as Nicki Minaj, is a great example of such a thing occurring. And she's happened to be wearing a shirt saying, "I do bad things." No shit, Sherlock, for sure. What is really going on in the psychology of the so-called black woman's mind? And why does she feel the need to assimilate into white society the way that she does? This image right here always just baffles the hell out of me, right? Look at Mary J. And I want you to look at the texture. Of course, we know that's not Mary J's hair. You know, she's in costume, right? But look at the white woman behind her. And not only that, you got Adele sitting there with a brother, and her body language kind of like, really kind of says it all to me. I don't know what may be going on. I don't want to read too much into it. But once again, man, the psychology is really what's concerning to me. The mindset is really what's concerning to me, because that's the liability, right? That the mindset of the so-called black woman can be a danger to me if she don't know who she is. And most brothers don't think like that. They don't. They fall right in line with getting them some assimilated white woman. Okay, have at it, bro. As stated previously, white women know who they are, and they know exactly who you are. And when they see you following them, they're going to use it to their advantage, because psychologically they know, oh my gosh, this black woman is lost. You think they don't backbite y'all in the workplace? You think they don't backbite y'all? You think they don't meet up at the bars and the lounges and wherever else that they meet at soror houses, etc., to further denigrate you, to further erode you, you know what I'm saying, to amongst themselves? They know exactly who you are. They know exactly who you are, and they're going to play to how damaged you are psychologically. You become their pets. Essentially, you become their pets. And they know that. You're willing to be the pet of the group. You're willing to be the token of the group because you want to belong so bad. You need that validation so bad. You need that security so bad, that emotional security that you belong somewhere in some place where you feel accepted. But you don't even accept yourself. You don't even accept yourself. And they know that. And so it's like, okay, well, let's be charitable to Brenda since she has a baby. You know what I'm saying? And please don't think that I'm going to leave men out of this, because here you have Jamie Foxx, blonde with his blonde curly Sue Wanda shit going on. You see what I'm saying? Psychologically, a lot of our men, so-called black men, are just as much thrown off psychologically, and that may be because they were raised by single black women or something. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But they don't get away with murder at all. Chris Brown, another brother going blonde. Why does this take place? What is happening psychologically? Drewski going blonde. Why does this take place? Something deeper. Odell Beckham, another one. The next one is gonna get you. Even Wayne Brady thinks he's a white woman too. He thinks he's I don't know. I want to call that blonde. It's more like a ginger, but he looks like a white woman. These are men. These are men. When I initially saw this particular post, I was like, well, I get it. I get where whoever posted it, I get where she's coming from. That's psychologically true, because I know they don't belong to me. If black women belonged to black men, this is how they would look. If I can see a sister in her natural state, I know that she's conscious. I know that she's aware of who she is, and I know that she loves who she is. But if I see anything other than that, And in terms of assimilating behaviors and all of that, I know this sister is also very lost. And I have to challenge that psychology and mindset because it could be detrimental to me. It could be detrimental to me. And I ain't for it. I'm not for it at all. This little black girl probably has more sense, more innate sense in her to even make this look at the time and whenever this was taken, to recognize some bullshit when she see it. Half the adult sisters that I know don't even know how to recognize that, and they skin and grin and oh my gosh, don't let me meet a sister with that fake hey, how are you? I'm fine. When they operating in corporate America, they have to be biracial for the most part, and talking to Keisha on the phone and girl, yeah, these things might get whatever, what I'm saying? But let that white woman, hey, how are you? Yes, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Miss Ann. Come on now, get real. Here's Mary J once again. And I'm sure there's gonna be some sisters to hop in the comments and be all like, oh, he's a misogynist. He hate black women. He got mama issues. No, all that shaming language shit don't work on me. You hate yourself. Because if you loved yourself, you'd be yourself. So miss me with the bullshit. Here you have Nene Leakes, another assimilated goofball. I can go on and on for days dealing with the psychology of the so-called black woman. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that black women will allow themselves to be degraded and pretty much disrespected to be in spaces and places where whites are for, because they want a job or, they want to move on up like the Jeffersons in society. But I'm telling you, they don't like you. They don't want to see your curls and your nappy ass hair. They don't want to see your 4C. They don't want to see your 9 ether. They want to see you blonde being more fun. So they know that they can psychologically rape your ass because you gonna allow it. Yes, Miss Ann. Yes, ma'am, Miss Ann. Yes, ma'am. She gonna take your man because she knows at the end of the day that she got the money, she got the prestige, she got the wealth, and you're a wannabe. You're a wannabe. I'm talking about she laid her head all up on this man's shoulder. Savannah probably did nothing but get mad. Well, LeBron, just give me $50,000 to make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know, white women know they got the power over your ass. She got the power to take your man. She got the power to give you a job or a business and take that shit right away if your ass don't act right. That's about enough of this shit. I may have to do a part 2 because this blonde thing is a hairdemic. I got another video for y'all called the Hairdemic, but it ain't dealing with blonde hair. But this is part of the program, and it just is what it is. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and donate. And I'll be back with more soon. Elamine out. Peace.